Hello my beauties, we keep going with blah blah club with self-esteem topic. So, how I knew from the very beginning that Lolo is the one with unstable self-esteem, and how I made sure that's true. My conclusions were true later on. Yeah. So, first date, he was like, "Oh, look at my T-shirt. This is $500. How I $500 T-shirt. Look at my watch. Look here. Look there. I'm a friend with prosecutor and very powerful, influential people. I am this. I'm them." So, people whose self-esteem unstable. What does it mean? There is no low self-esteem. There is no high self-esteem. There is stable and unstable self-esteem. Okay, stable and unstable, and I worked really hard to make my own self-esteem stable one. Okay, what does it mean unstable self-esteem? It depends on what is going on around him. What is going on around him? Usually people with unstable self-esteem, they have certain list of, like, not of, but if I have this, if I have that, if I have that, then I can like put myself there. Yeah, it's like was similar psychological experiment, and people were asked how you know that you did your work properly, and some people answered by reviews, and some people answered sort of, what do you mean? I know I'm professional in my field. I judge by results. With me, results always the best. So they don't need other people to estimate, to give them a mark of their job, of how they doing, of what they doing. Yeah, they don't need other people. They judge themselves. They able to judge their own work. And by the way, case that I'm sharing in book that I'm writing, Do and Get Rich, one interesting client case on Energy 6, just a reminder for those of you who curious, read it. You will see a straightforward correlation. So for Energy 6 especially. Here we go with Lolo, and he's like, "Oh, like my $500 T-shirt." For this I called him Gucci jerk. Like, I told him, like, look, you behave in the way that as if you do not have anything else about you to be proud about. You know, like, even he needs to use me. For example, that I am making videos about him. He needs to use these videos to show to his wife and say, "Look, bitches after me." When in fact, I found this situation with Lolo quite interesting, and it brings a lot of insights on human behavior, especially married creeps, yeah? And I'm sharing with other girls. Because as Lolo said, he's not unique. There are other Lolos out there, yeah, but I can make this story unique one. I have the skill to make it unique. He was like bullshitting me. This story, you think your story is great? No, story is not great. I am the one who will be working on making this story great. Because story itself is nothing. There are many other Lolos out there. Yeah, he's not unique. But he needs even to use my content to get attention from his wife. Love, supply, it's appreciation. Because he himself is a zero. He himself, for himself, his wife cannot love him, his wife cannot appreciate him, and his wife cannot give him what he wants in a relationship. Because what? Because he himself is zero. He needs to use me as a red carpet, or call it whatever, yeah, red flag, or to tell her, look, she is making hours and hours of content about me, so she's into me. No, I'm working, I'm trying different approaches to make the story great. Even if it will not work in case of this story, it will work in case of next story, yeah. But unstable self-esteem, the very first thing person will do, they will brag about their connections, as he did. Because for him, there are people who about him, and these people he gonna be like literally licking their whatever places. He will be licking their whatever places. And there are people who below him, whom he despise, whom he consider nobody, whom he consider losers. Only from Lolo, I heard the word loser so many times. And for me, this clicked like, okay, I see you. For me, his psychological experiment, actually, I'm applying knowledge that I received. Because if I will not apply this knowledge, it will be dead knowledge. I won't be knowledgeable. So universe, answering my prayers, sent me Lolo to apply all the knowledge that I have, so I can apply it, I can master it, and I can pass it next to someone for whom it will be beneficial and who able to take it. Yeah. So it was so over so many times. Never ever in my life I haven't heard this so many times word loser. This is some loser writing me about you. Low life, loser, his vocabulary. And his vocabulary, first date consists of brands. He was listing and pointing towards himself. Because he wanted to be associated with this brand badly. Because he himself, without those brands, Gucci shirts, zero. He without me in eyes of his he without me in eyes of his wife, he is zero. Like literally, he needs me to shower in her face and tell, look, and if person have IQ 65, how I prefer to call those people, yeah, IQ 65, his wife, uneducated, illiterate one, very close-minded, of course she will be like, yeah, she's making video about my husband, because her brain will not be able to grasp what actually that I am doing here in blah blah club. Yeah, she will be, oh, this is some crazy, she's all after my husband, who is zero, but I can make the story read. So here we go, another one. Be really nice and polite with stuff, with people who below you, because one day they may become above you. You never know. You never know. Just be respectful. Lola, not the case. At first date, I was scolding him, like literally for his behavior with waitress. He was like really rude, and I said him. And another his phrase like, "Oh, you have Apple. I hate people with Androids." And I was sort of like, what? I mean, like, that was so, I haven't seen. I prefer to surround myself with like-minded people, and Lola nothing close to like-minded. For me, it was cultural shock, complete cultural shock. Yeah. So here we go. Those people divide. They have their list. People above them, they gonna leak whatever places for these people, and people below them. And those people, they gonna disrespect, abuse, insult, and try to lift themselves at their background to look great. At their background. And when we discussed with Superman the case, Superman said like, look, you refugee in a foreign country. Me myself, if I found myself in such situations that someone is constantly begging you from fake accounts pretending to be me, the first thing I would be doing is helping you and assisting you in each and every possible way to identify this person and protect you from this person who pretends to be me. And all their other behavior, it's not natural for man. It's not a real man behavior. It's some sort of street pimp behavior, who he is, like, actually, according to his past, yeah, his credits. But again, those people with unstable self-esteem, they like, if I'm friend with those and those people, I'm great. If I'm wearing brands, I am great. And how I made sure later on I received confirmation. And I will show you difference between stable and unstable self-esteem.